Are we hot?
Yes.
All right, cool. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, welcome to another episode of 94 Feet Podcast. It's your boy Big Zeke in the building. And obviously, I'm here with Dre, who own one.
What up, people? What up?
I'm here with Kesey, too.
What's good people?
How y'all doing?
No, you notice how I don't like the way you introduced us.
Dude, first of all, you own one.
Sound like you sad.
Right.
It's like we
no.
a problem or
No,
something.
right. Let's try it again.
I'm not trying that
What,
again.
what
So
up? It's your boy Dre. I'm in the building. What's up, my brother Keith?
What's good, my brother? How you living?
I'm good, man. What's up, my brother Zeke?
Anyway, so as we move forward.
No. We asked how you doing. You can't
doing
just
good.
Okay. You sure?
I'm positive.
Nice specs.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
You done? You done?
Let me see. Yeah, I'm done.
Take your time.
Go ahead.
Anyways, it's another special episode for the off season. For 94 Feet Podcast. Talk about a couple things that's going on. It also got some hot takes, so we'll discuss those also. So we'll get right into it. Draymond Green is eligible to sign a 4-year, $164 million extension with the Golden State Warriors.
Nope.
Indications are team have no plans to make that offer. Thoughts?
Smart move. Smart move. Draymond Green has won 4 championships with the Warriors. He's going on what would be, when he signs that contract, his 13th or 14th season, I think. Golden State has been more than generous to Draymond. Draymond went from a top defensive player to a role player on the team. He is a role player on Golden State.
He's always been a role player.
Yeah, but he's more of a role player now with the additions. With the additions of Jordan Poole. With the additions with Looney getting a lot of minutes, and with Wiseman coming off the bench. I think Golden State is smart to invest young.
Wow.
Golden State is in the best position over any team right now because they can invest young. They can walk away from Clay in 2 years. They can walk away from Draymond. They can build up James Wiseman, who was a baller before the injury. Let's not forget that. They just committed to Looney, right? They got Jordan Poole, who's going to command something like $100 million, right? So if I'm Golden State, I'm going to invest in my young core talent to build for the future. Paying Draymond Green, if you give him that extension, you're basically saying Jordan Poole is leaving because you can't have 5.
Jordan Poole already got paid.
No, he did not.
Yeah, he did.
No, he did not. Are we going to start the betting before the season starts?
Go ahead, man. Keep going.
No. Jordan Poole did not get paid.
Go ahead.
Jordan Poole did not get paid. Okay. The Golden State Warriors, if they commit that kind of money to Draymond Green, they are basically saying bye to the future. Thank you, Draymond. I'm not saying that he's not worth it, but I think Golden State is smart for not investing $164 million in an aging Draymond Green.
Okay. He's worth what?
He wants $164 million.
He wants what? Say it again for me.
$164 million.
$164 million.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
From a person who can put up 0 points in a game?
Yes.
Okay.
See, this is what Shaq was talking about.
This is not what Shaq was talking about.
Hold on, let him get it out. Let him finish.
I'm gonna let you go ahead and finish.
Players cannot score in double figures and get max contracts. Where on the SpongeBob earth do they get that from? Huh?
I just find this
Draymond was drafted. We're entering into his 11th season. When he's eligible to sign that contract, it'll be his 12th. You're saying that the Golden State Warriors should give that man 4 years, $164 million, taking him into his 16th season, rather than paying Jordan Poole, rather than investing in James Wiseman, rather than investing in younger talent? I don't see the logic, but I'm sure you'll tell me.
Go ahead. All right. My thing is this. Number one, all these people you name, and it sounds like everybody is expendable except for Steph Curry.
Everybody is expendable except for Steph Curry.
Steph Curry is also getting old. Steph Curry is also getting old. Steph Curry is It's getting old.
Draymond is not Steph, bro.
And I get that, but is Draymond not a huge part of this team?
Not $164 million.
I mean,
if you're not on the table, I don't need to hear
$164 million. Think about that. Just think. Let that marinate.
Okay. I'm not like you.
So,
you
so,
saying
so,
that?
so,
You saying that
so
like
just think-
people who do less don't make more.
Who?
Bronson, that used to be for Dallas Mavericks, he making 100 million
For 4 years, but he's younger.
What does that mean?
He's a point guard.
What does that mean?
Golden State.
He's a double. He averages 15 a game
It means
Off the bench.
It means
because look who he coming behind.
Exactly.
Luka.
Exactly. So you think
He couldn't go to any other team and start like he went and did and got paid.
Just my thing. Here's my thing.
You don't realize some of these players can go to other teams and get paid.
It don't take much for you to make 100 million in NBA. It don't take much. Probably
Okay.
one good season, maybe two. And then for Draymond Green to be the quote unquote anchor, the anchor of this team, because you take away Draymond, and I can't believe I'm over here caping for Draymond Green, but if you take away Draymond Green from the Golden State Warriors, they become a totally different team. And if you think Steph Curry can carry these Golden State Warriors,
You're missing
you
it.
are sadly mistaken because he hasn't done it before.
You're
This
missing
team
it.
is good where they have all three, possibly four people that are at the highest, at their highest tier.
You're missing it. No one
I'm
said
not saying. I see what you're saying. Invest in the youth. That youth hasn't come up. It's there. You know what they do? You know what that youth does? It puts you through the season.
they just won a championship.
Yeah, but it wasn't because of Jordan Poole.
Yeah,
He had a part in it. He had a part in it.
Stop it.
and
Stop.
Draymond.
Both of y'all stop.
And Draymond didn't
Both
have.
of y'all stop.
Draymond
After
showed.
that, after that,
Draymond
first
showed
round,
to have a good finals.
after that, he didn't have. You're right. And what happened when Draymond Green don't have a good game?
He didn't have a good finals at all to me.
He didn't have a good play. You're right. He didn't.
He didn't have a good
It
playoff to
wasn't
me.
no game. It wasn't no. But I'm saying you can't sit here and say without Draymond Green, Steph Curry, and Clay do.
No,
what they
no
do.
one said that. Who said that?
So when you talk about him not getting his money, that is, I have some.
Wiggins got them
a
over the
problem
hump.
with that overall.
I would invest money in Andrew Wiggins over Draymond Green.
Now Andrew Wiggins extendable.
What?
Expendable.
Expendable is the word, but
I said
what?
Expendable.
What type of dope you been smoking this weekend?
I'm not finna sit here just because he had a good
Roll up.
He had a good playoff run. He had a good series. And
He was the best
Oh,
defensive player
on
on
top of
Golden
that,
State.
then on
He
top
had
of
a
that,
good-
let's not all
he
sit
had an
here-
all
hold
around-
on. Let's not all sit here and say when he made the All-Star game, we was like,
No,
I said he was balling.
no.
I said he was
Hold on.
balling.
Hold on.
Hold
Now,
on.
Draymond
No.
Draymond Green has been defensive anchor, defensive player of the year, top 5 every year.
Listen.
Not this year.
Listen, before
Yes, this year too.
before he goes to the tapes, what we said
He's
was
been getting burnt up.
what we
lately.
said was
He been getting burnt up.
Give me.
what hold up. What
All
we
right,
said
go ahead.
was Andrew Wiggins voting did not reflect his playing. That's what we said. Okay, hold up.
Same thing.
No,
Same thing.
it's not, because the voting is in December and November. Andrew Wiggins really didn't tap into being that stud that we seen until after the
He
All-Star
was
break.
never a stud.
This
You know what he
se-
did? He was able to. Oh, Luka, I can size up with you. I'm 6'8" too.
He locked Luka down.
Okay, I'm not saying he didn't hold Luka down. What I'm saying is you acting like Draymond. You saying that Andrew Wiggins
No.
is not a bigger contributor to the Golden State Warriors?
I did not say that. I
So
did
now-
not say that.
Okay, this is my thing. Drake. Because you like to tap dance around this and politic your way.
Come on, what do you call me, Stephen B? Listen,
You sitting here talking about if it's not 164, how much is it then?
well, I'm not. Listen, I'm not.
How
sa-
much?
Oh, no. You listen. I know you're the producer and things in your mind, but you can't rush me off of this. Listen,
I'm not gonna rush you off.
Listen,
but
you're
tap dance
rushing me.
around it.
You're-
You're gonna
listen.
tap dance around it. Go ahead,
Oh,
tap dance. Put your shoes on, sandals off.
Oh,
Go ahead and tap dance.
all I am wearing sandals today. Adidas,
God.
3 stripes, no socks. Anyway, what I'm saying, folks, is that I'm not saying that Draymond Green's not worth the money that he's asking for. All I'm saying is that I think Golden State is right for not committing to it because they need to think about the future. Draymond Green, hold up. Draymond Green is no LeBron. Okay. LeBron is a player, one of the few players in year 13 and 14 that should be getting serious money. Bron, maybe KD, certainly Steph, okay? Draymond Green, I think Golden State's doing the right thing by not committing because they need to secure their team for years to come.
So
Hold up, and I'm going to be done. Hold up. Hold up.
Then?
I'm not saying that, Draymond Green is probably, when he's able to sign a contract, he'll be starting year 12.
He can sign it now.
If they offer it.
I know.
Okay.
He can sign it now, but go ahead.
But he wouldn't get it until year 12.
No, he would sign it now.
But he wouldn't get the money to year 12, is what I'm saying.
At the end of the year, that's what you're saying?
Year 12. Yeah, he's starting year 11. So if Draymond Green starts year 12, I am okay with Draymond being a $15 to $18 million a year player.
For how many years?
I'll give him 3.
You see what you know what Draymond doing, right?
I'll give him 3.
Do you know what he doing, right?
What?
He trying to keep from getting put in that category like LeBron and them is in right now, where you can only sign 2-year deals. So if he max out now and get that 4-year deal,
he'll walk away.
He'll walk away after that.
Mm-hmm.
That's his thing.
Yeah.
But if he keep doing 2-year deals, ain't nobody going to offer him the type of money he'll get in that 4-year deal.
That's why he wants 168. That's why Chris Paul walked away from. Remember, he walked away from his Phoenix contract to re-sign for less money, but it guaranteed him that 5th year.
Yeah.
That's what Draymond's trying to do. And Golden State is smart for not caving. That's all I'm saying.
So they know what he's trying to do because think about it like this. He got this season, and then you got to add 4 years to that.
Yeah.
He might not even be quality player for another 2 years.
For what Draymond Green do, he can do that for another
He's
5
on
years.
He's on his way to being a Udonis, where he's just in the locker room.
No.
Well, I'll tell you like this.
He's 2 years away from that.
Y'all are tripping.
Dude, you
don't say y'all. I didn't say
that.
Listen,
Tripping.
Draymond is good, but you got to remember, the league is getting faster. They're getting younger.
And
he can't guard the players. He cannot guard the players like he used to.
He only 30.
And he stay hurt every other year. He's hurt just as much as Clay and them is.
The only thing that's irritating about this is that y'all because
be irritated about it.
I'm not irritated about it. Whatever. I don't care. But the thing about it is when it comes to people getting their money, if it's not LeBron, if it's not Steph, then everybody got a problem. And when it comes to hold on,
it's not a problem about they getting their money. For $41 million a year for Draymond, you want to give him, if you're the GM, you want to give him $41 million, but you got Jordan Poole over here who's younger. And he's going to be the future of your team.
Not expendable.
And you giving him $100 million? That's $25 million a year.
They're going to pay. They're going to pay Jordan Poole over. He's going to get his money first.
Jordan Poole is not going to do what you think he's going to.
I'm not saying that he's
not going to keep doing what you think he's going to keep doing.
What do you mean keep doing?
Zeke, you done made me call you by your cover
because
first day.
Because you're talking about. This is what I'm saying. Draymond Green extends he extends Steph and Klay Thompson. He extends their careers.
No.
So if
Jordan Poole is just in their career because he's giving them bench minutes that another guard can come in and put buckets up like they do. He's saving their career, not Draymond.
Career. He's finna sign his 4 years. In 2 years, they'll regret it.
You want to bet some money on that?
I don't need to bet no money.
Put your money where your mouth at.
I don't need to bet money 2 years.
2 years from now, they'll be regretting they gave Draymond Green $164 billion.
Sit here and just keep on betting and rebuke the.
Oh, because you're tired of losing?
No, because I'm tired of rebuking the gambling spirit that Dre brings into this room. Oh, Jordan didn't win the 88 dunk contest. Let's bet right now.
Well, then don't say things that you don't know are true.
This is something that's going to be true in the future.
All I'm saying is Draymond can get 164, but get it from somewhere else. Golden State needs to focus on the future, locking up James Wiseman, locking up Jordan.
Draymond Green, he's bringing the ball up.
Did you watch the finals? The offense did not run through Dre. No, you stop it. The offense did not run through Draymond Green.
In the game, it ran through him.
They had to bench him.
It ran through Steph Curry.
Yes, coming off screens and getting the ball. Who you think was passing it to him?
You think he the only You think
Clay.
he's the only player? You think he's the only coach in the league that can pass the ball to Steph and Steph hit a shot?
You know what? in June, we gonna come back to this.
Listen.
And I don't hear no. Well, you know what I'm saying. That's
No one. See, that's not fair. See, you like to take arguments when it benefits you.
I'm not taking arguments when it benefits
Absolutely.
me. I said
listen,
we can come back in June.
No, because
and see the same thing.
No, because here's what we're saying. We are not saying. Well, hold up.
Then how much? You said 15. How much you talking?
Hold up. Let me get my point out. I said 15 to 18 million a year. That is decent for a player going into their 12th season who does not score baskets.
Just think of like.
I'm gonna say this. Hold up. I'm gonna say this before you go. I'm gonna say this. Draymond Green, Bobby Portis, same player.
Stop it. Keep going.
And it's different situation, same player.
Stop it. Keep going.
What does Draymond do that Bobby Portis doesn't? Same player.
You want to know what Draymond's stats was for this finals?
Same player.
8, 6, and 6, right?
8, 6, and 6.
Do you think that's replaceable or not?
Is it replaceable or not?
In Golden State's offense, it is not.
What?
Draymond
Are
Green.
you serious?
Jordan Poole don't do what Draymond Green do. Jordan Poole does what Klay Thompson does, and sometimes Steph Curry. But other than that, they don't do what Draymond Green does.
But again, you're missing the point. I'm going to say this: Draymond Green, if he wants 164 million, by all means, I'm okay with him getting it, especially when you got players overpaid like Rudy Gobert, Cat Williams, Cat Anthony Towns. But all I'm saying is Golden State needs to use that money to focus on building their future, and they have a lot of great young pieces to build their future.
If they can do both, do both.
If you can do, absolutely. Why wouldn't you? If you can,
you made it okay. You making it
because they can't.
They can.
They can. They statistically, they've already been talking about it. They statistically cannot.
They already let go of the people they can let go.
They cannot sign Draymond to 164. They cannot sign Poole to 100 million. They cannot sign Wiggins to 140. They cannot sign all three of those players to close to max contracts. No, they cannot.
Okay. You know how high the luxury tax would be?
It's already high.
It already is high.
And they're not going to do that.
Y'all be saying a luxury tax like team are like scared to do it.
They're very scared to do it.
How are they scared to do it when they've been doing it?
Not crazy.
What?
If they can save, if they can save luxury tax dollars, they talking
will. Billionaires here.
Yeah, but billionaires like to stay rich.
Yeah, I know. The ones who ain't making no money, Golden State been bringing in bank. They just won a championship.
Listen.
I mean, you bringing in bank,
right? When did you become a Draymond sympathizer?
I don't know what happened.
I'm not a Draymond Green sympathizer.
It sounds like it because he's on this agenda twice.
I hate to. Well, he has a lot to say.
But just check this out, though.
All right.
8, 6, and 6 is worth 164 million.
You're saying him and Bobby Portis?
That's 40,
not the same
so
player.
You want to pay somebody $41 million to bring in 8, 6, and 6?
Not the same player, huh? What was Bobby's stats?
You saying these stats like this ain't been Draymond's whole career?
But for his career, out of 11 years, he's had 38 games where he scored 20 points or more.
Okay.
And he's worth $164 million.
And that's the case, he
4 years,
he shouldn't have got $100 million extension.
Oh, I would disagree. Well, I'll disagree with that because he was finals for Defensive Player of the Year back to back. Back then, I'm saying don't give him.
Every year he is.
But you don't invest 164 in a player that's going to be year 12, 13, 14, 15. Right, and we're not going to move on yet because I need to get some context behind my Bobby Portis comment. What I'm saying is Bobby Portis to the Bucks is what Draymond is to Golden State. Replaceable.
He's not
replaceable.
He's not
replaceable.
And I said this before, and I mean that when you talk about Draymond Green
what's the problem?
Can't do what he does in Golden State offense, in the Bucks offense, Detroit Pistons offense, in Miami's offense. He can't do that. Besides, Golden State needs him as much as he needs Golden State.
I don't know that I agree with that
because you're talking about
8, 6, and 6. We could have did. You could have did that.
Those are stats that he has always put in.
Who won the game y'all played?
We didn't play.
Oh,
I got stuff to do.
I thought we had a bet. That's why.
And y'all, and I just find it funny that now we talk about money. Now Draymond Green ain't doing this. Draymond Green ain't doing that. But in the past,
I just said
Draymond Green is this. He's the anchor. I think this is funny to me about you because you win a list down all these people that are replaceable, but Steph Curry went on the list, and he the oldest.
And he's still playing at an MVP caliber level. Who was the Finals MVP?
What does that have to do with
Who? I just answered the question.
He was.
Say his name.
I'm not saying that. Got your mind. We finna move on. This is ridiculous. Kevin Durant made with the governor. I forgot his name, Joe something. He doesn't have faith in the direction that the team is going. And when he met with him, met with the following message: keep me or keep the GM and coach. As an owner, what would you do?
Keep me.
Well, let's start over here because we already know how you feel.
You don't know how I feel.
You'll let him walk.
No. Go ahead, Keith.
Hey, I'll be saying goodbye to Kerr and Sean Marks.
Who? You mean Nash?
Who did I say?
You said
Kerr?
I mean Nash. You know what I meant to say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You know they both look alike.
Wow.
That was nice comment.
But anyways, goodbye.
To the
Farewell.
Yes, Sean Marks
He's terrible.
and Steve Nash.
He's terrible.
I give them the
Both of them.
They are
Marks is
horrible.
nice. Nash is horrible. Marks is not.
Sean-
He's a really
Bro,
good GM.
the
He's a really good GM.
really?
Yeah.
He gave up the future and the kitchen sink for Ben Simmons. He is not a good
And then
GM.
on time, hold on a second. Before the Ben Simmons fiasco,
Trash.
before KD, before Kyrie,
Trash.
Brooklyn was a nice little up and coming team. They had a nice squad. Remember they had DeAndre Russell, they had Joe
D'Angelo.
Johnson. They made a playoff run.
I remember.
Exactly. So I'm saying, like, Mark's been there a while. Now the coaching situation, they tried, it failed. It's time to get rid of him.
He should have never had the job in the first place.
He shouldn't have, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So what about you, Dre?
Believe it or not, I'm going to preface my comments by saying this. I am glad that Brooklyn is playing hardball with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving because the players, I think, have taken too much power. However, I side with KD on this one. Steve Nash is not a good coach. He is not a coach for the NBA. Maybe he's a free throw coach or an assist coach or, maybe even a point guard coach. But he is not a head coach of a superstar of Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving's caliber. The GM should have been gone because that Ben Simmons trade should have cost him his job. Every real job.
He got James Harden. What are you talking about?
Every real job. I'm talking about Ben Simmons.
For James Harden.
Yeah, and James Harden's where? Gone.
In Philly.
Okay,
What's your
gone.
How was that a bad?
The point, and they gave up a lot of draft picks.
Nowadays, to be honest with you, giving a draft picks.
Brooklyn and the Lakers
So
are.
why you think the Lakers ain't giving up no draft picks to get him?
They're about to. They're about to. You better pay attention. They're about to.
They thinking about it.
They're about before they go. They're about
to. Palinko don't want to.
Listen, let me tell you something. There's a lot of thinking going on, but have they done it yet? Because they could, if according to all of the NBA sources, the Lakers could have had Kyrie already if they would have just gave up year 29 pick.
That's what
the Lakers are thinking like 29. LeBron will be gone. AD will probably be gone.
Yeah, 2 years.
Kyrie will probably be gone. And we ain't got no draft picks. You crazy.
But it goes back to what Isaiah or what Zeke always says. The Lakers are a win now franchise. The Lakers will always be a team where draft picks won't matter because they can attract superstars. Right? They can attract. It's a big market.
Going back, they had a nice
back
score.
in the days when LA was the top destination in the world. You know what I mean?
It still is.
It's out. Top 5. But it ain't number 1 no more.
It's top 3.
In the NBA, it's if the Knicks had good role players, people would go to the Knicks. Carmelo tried it. KD considered it. Kyrie considered it. LeBron considered it during that first run. But anyway, to your question, I am glad. I am siding.
Number 1 right now is Miami, just so y'all know.
Yeah, but Miami's not a basketball city.
We know what that's for.
Number 1.
They got great chicken.
It's not a basketball town.
But that's the number 1 destination now for signings.
I bet.
Yeah.
Look, it's the beach, baby, Miami Beach. I'm siding with Kevin Durant in a rare move because Kevin Durant has 3 years on his contract. I bet that's not on. Go ahead, try it. Oh, okay. I'm siding with Kevin Durant. He has 3 years left on his deal, and really, Brooklyn can stick it to him. You play, or you don't get paid. They certainly can do that. But more importantly, to me, that was an assist that KD tossed New Jersey. He's saying to them,
to Brooklyn,
whatever, same thing.
It's not, but continue.
Didn't he be the New Jersey Nets?
Yeah.
But
New
Jersey
Brooklyn
and
now.
New York is two different places.
But anyways,
Yeah,
you know what he meant.
Correct me. That's how y'all like.
No, because you'll say Old Jersey and think it's a word.
Well, I know Brooklyn ain't part of New Jersey.
So Brooklyn Nets.
Thank you.
Brooklyn. So what Brooklyn can do, he tossed Brooklyn an assist, basically saying, I'm willing to work it out, but I need a coach and a new GM. But here's the issue with that. Who you going to get to coach this late in the game?
Let me ask you a question, though. What do you think this is a threat, or do you think he legitimately was like, I want these two guys to play something?
I think it was an assist. I think it was a threat. Them or me. But it doesn't matter because Brooklyn can literally say,
they need to go ahead and get somebody like Mark Jackson, somebody who's going to demand some stuff out of some players in the locker room. Because Steve Nash, he probably going to the locker room. Hey guys, what do you want to do?
Yep. It kind of.
No, they ain't nobody respecting Steve Nash, man.
Because it kind of looks like the season's going to start with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant playing for the Brooklyn Nets.
I'm almost guaranteed it is.
I don't know, man. The Lakers might pull the trigger, man.
No.
I think there's too much bad blood right now between KD, LeBron, and Rusty for it to even work. Because
are you saying KD would go to the Lakers?
Not KD, AD.
Oh,
AD. I think there's too much bad blood between AD, LeBron, and Rusty because Rusty's been the subject of trade rumors all summer. That doesn't go away when the season starts.
Well, but Rusty got to. But see, the only thing why
48 million.
What?
48 million, Doc.
Let me think about. Let me say this because I'm pretty sure AD and LeBron are probably thinking the same thing, dude. What? You opt in for that type of money when you could have took less and we could have brought in some more role players.
Yeah.
That's where AD and LeBron are upset with him about. It's not that it's not that he opted in just because he opted in. Mm-hmm. You took away our ability to bring in somebody else with us to help us out because we struggling. The Lakers are struggling, and he didn't even care. He was just like, I want my $48 million.
Let me ask you a question.
All season, I'm gonna tell you like this. Rusty never changed nothing. Everything that I guarantee you, everything that they talked about, how he needed to do this and do that when he came in, I didn't see none of that.
And he said
he came in.
He said I wasn't gonna do that. I'm not doing that.
But I guarantee you, he told them in that meeting
that he not changing.
That he was gonna change. He was gonna do this, and I'm gonna do it that. Oh yeah, we on good. But he came to LA and did exactly what he normally do, and look what it got him.
Nowhere.
And then the crazy part is he might not even get another contract after this because of selfishness.
Oh, Rusty?
Yeah.
Oh, he's done. He's going to be a lot like Carmelo.
We're talking about the Lakers. We're talking about Brooklyn.
I'm just saying. Rusty, we're talking about Rusty.
They're linked. Because the only way Kyrie puts on a gold and yellow is if Rusty puts on a black and white.
That's not
true. It's a 3-team. It got to be a 3-team trade.
Be a 3-team trade.
It doesn't have to be. They could trade straight up.
They could, but they're not though. They're not.
Do that.
But that's the only team KD doesn't want to play with Rusty.
It's only 2 teams that'll take on that contract right now.
Well,
and it's the Spurs and it's the Utah Jazz.
Well, the big rumor mill is that KD's looking to reunite with James Harden anyway.
Thanks.
I mean, so
how is that? But that's what I don't get though. Like how?
What?
Oh, man.
You know what? I'm done.
So, anyways, what are you gonna say, Keith?
Whoa, that's what we came here for.
All right. Hey, I told you at the beginning of the podcast, Dre was on one.
But yeah,
I told you at the beginning.
Dang, I lost my whole frame of thought.
We were talking about the Lakers and Brooklyn and KD.
KD is in a tough situation right now.
I don't think he is. That's what he gets.
I'm gonna tell you one thing that I think, from what I'm witnessing, he had no idea Kyrie was gonna come in and be the way he was.
That's facts.
He had no idea that James Harden was gonna come in and do what he did.
Facts.
And he had no idea Steve Nash couldn't coach that bad.
Facts.
He knew.
I don't think he knew.
I don't think he knew.
I don't think he
I don't
knew.
think he knew.
I don't think he knew.
There's no way he knew.
Because you got to think, KD sat out a whole year observing, like, dang, that's what I got myself into.
I think
Hey,
no.
what's your magic line?
No.
Give it. You remember your magic line?
They gonna wear it.
Do you remember it?
Yep, these scrubs gonna wear his ass.
Yeah, literally.
My thing is that
Literally.
Hold on a second though. My thing is this. I think KD looked at the year he sat out. It was like if I can be on the court with Kyrie, we have a chance of winning.
And they got swept by Boston.
And my thing about this is this.
Wow, can y'all believe that?
Kyrie is the reason for this. Kyrie is the reason KD went to Brooklyn. Kyrie is the reason for all this stuff. Like even with the James Harden situation, he was in practice busting his ass and talking crazy to him.
Bus rider, right? Ain't that what you call it, KD? Bus rider?
He is.
Who was in there busting who?
Kyrie was in practice busting James Harden and talking crazy to him. So it's one of those things with like all this stuff.
Was? Is that what they said?
Yeah.
Who you hear that from?
His sources.
My sources. So my thing about
ESPN 2.
I have to talk to those guys once
House
in a while.
of highlights.
So my thing about that is, I think KD didn't necessarily expect anything to happen from this. I think he said this so you have to trade him, and they leaked it. And so I think it's one of the things I think this is one of the things I think KD sees the wall crumbling like James Harden did. He like, you know what, dude, I got to get up out of here. Because Kyrie not really his friend. As much as they like to portray they friends, they not really friends like that.
KD's boy is James Harden.
No, actually, Kyrie is actually his real boy. Like,
Wow.
that's why I don't understand. Like, KD.
Well, he should be really
They're
upset.
really good. They're really good friends.
If y'all ever treated me like Kyrie treated KD, I will find some new friends.
We try, but you keep coming around.
How did he treat him though? What are you saying? How did he?
He brought him to Brooklyn. He refused to play. His off the court issues.
It wasn't that he didn't refuse to play.
He refused.
He didn't play because they wouldn't let him play.
That was
because
we're talking about post-vaccine. Even before the vaccine became a thing, Kyrie was acting out.
No, I think
he was acting out.
I think they're
They
not.
was in the bubble
friends.
with the Black Lives Matter stuff.
Okay, what that mean?
What that mean?
That don't count.
No.
A lot of the players didn't really want to play in the bubble.
Yeah.
But they did it.
No, but they didn't. Even if my thing is that if you have different political views than your friends, which we at this table, we don't all have the same political views.
We do.
But
we do.
We all at this table don't have the same political view, but that's not going to
we do.
Guard me from if my friend is in need, I'm still not gonna be like, man, I can't do it. Unless, you know what I'm saying? And that's what, like, this entire offseason, Kyrie and KD have yet to sit down and be like, hey, what do you want to do? When LeBron James and D Wade, they talked, they were real friends. Like, they talk, even though everybody can make fun of the banana boat crap off season. Who you with? Oh, I'm see what D Wade doing, him and the wife, such and such and such. KD out doing his thing, Kyrie out doing his thing, and then on top of that, y'all have to come together in the off season and y'all see each other during the basketball season. That's it. If you my real friend, hey, reach out to me. Hey, Kyrie, what's up? What you trying to do? I'm trying to get up out of here. To be honest with you, dog. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna make my move, and then I'm gonna bounce too. They never had that conversation.
But this is a different day and age. They do things totally different from the way we grew up, bro.
But it sounds like Westbrook and KD.
No, they do things totally different from the way we do. Because just think about it like this: you got Golden State and the Lakers in the same town. Mm-hmm. But you got Draymond and LeBron James hanging out. There was no way. Me and you went to Custer, right?
Yeah.
Just say that.
You went to Custer?
I'm just saying.
Oh, all right.
I'm just saying. Me and you went to Washington. Me and you went to Washington, right?
Yeah.
There was no way you was going to hang out with somebody who went to King.
It depends on the situation, but I get what you're saying.
That's how it was. You wasn't going to hang out with nobody from Bayview.
They wasn't letting you close to the door, King.
Did you go to King?
I don't know. My school don't even exist anymore. Go ahead, Custer.
But you get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
I don't.
This is a different age and how they operate now.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't agree with what he's saying.
Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna let my brother finish.
He finished.
He's not. Here's why.
You give them props for who they are, but you didn't hang out with them.
Told you.
You wouldn't catch me in the club.
No, what I'm saying is this though. When you came down to basketball and basketball moved that it would affect the team, y'all had a conversation. I'm not saying I don't expect y'all to be on a boat together. That's fine, but have a conversation because you two are the driving factor if this team is successful or not. So if you two are the driving factor, y'all need to have a conversation. Yes or no?
Well, KD got exactly what he deserved.
I don't think he got what he deserved.
Yeah,
I think
he got what he deserved and some.
He got bamboozled.
Exactly
he got bamboozled by his friend. Now I can testify to some friends being bamboozled. So I think
KD just got that LeBron treatment.
That's it.
What's the LeBron treatment?
That's it.
Let them scrub ass players wear his ass out.
Well, that and not only that, KD did the ultimate bogus thing, bro. He
don't say nothing about no Warriors.
He joined Golden State,
Here
so now
no.
So now he has to build his way back up to stardom. KD better hope he wins another championship in the NBA.
For what?
So he can actually have a championship that's respectable.
So his championship with Golden State are respectable?
Not in my eyes. I mean, I'm nobody, but not in the eyes of many, actually.
It's just you.
No, it's not.
It's just you.
You don't obviously listen to sports radio.
I do. It's
people have put all kind of asterisks on those titles.
You know what's funny about that? They put a lot of asterisks on that, but they talk about how great that team was. Huh?
They talk about it. I mean, of course it should be great. They had 3 top 10 players.
You know what's funny about that? Steph Curry probably wouldn't be the person we talking about without the KD.
If KD wasn't on the team, Steph Curry wins the MVP in those finals.
All right. First of all, they lose. Let's start there.
We already said that they didn't need him to win. They had already won.
I know you seen the video I sent you.
They already won.
Draymond Green said it himself.
I don't care what he said. Draymond wants to be 40, making 168. Why you think I care what he says?
Of course you don't. Boy, I'll tell you about these fans. Anyways, moving forward, like we said before, like Dre said before, KD and James Harden are apparently on good terms. And the two have been possibly playing together or open to playing together on the same team. What y'all think about this?
Go ahead, bro.
You said Draymond.
Not Draymond, James Harden and KD. They're on good terms, and they've been actually across country, been practicing together, and they are open to playing together.
But how would that work?
It would be like a 3. It would probably be a 3-team.
So trade. They would have to either get rid of Embiid then.
Never.
Because I guarantee you, Brooklyn ain't trading for no Tobias Harris.
Well,
not Tobias, but maybe Maxey.
Not even.
Actually,
Maxey.
It was Tobias, Maxey, and 2 first-round picks for Kevin Durant. Mm-hmm. That's what the rumor mills say.
Yeah.
Philly would be silly.
I don't know, bro.
Tobias Harris not doing nothing. Maxey is young, but I don't think he is all-star caliber and some first-round draft.
Because I'm gonna tell
everybody. Philadelphia is another team that's a win. We got to win now.
Listen,
we did the future thing.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this.
Otherwise, Harden's out of there.
There's nothing. There's not. I'm not gonna say nothing, but there's not enough court for Embiid, Harden, and Kevin Durant. It's not.
I beg to differ.
Let me tell you why.
Go ahead.
They are all dominant players.
They are.
They are all dominant.
Well, James Harden used to be.
James Harden has to have the ball to be successful. He can't come off screens.
This is the new James Harden, though.
He can't come off screens.
This is the new James
Harden.
Harden.
He's not a catch shooter. James Harden is hit you with a 1-2, and I'm gonna put this in your mouth. Kevin Durant is I'm gonna hit you with a 1-2,
put this in your mouth,
and I'm gonna put this in your mouth.
Yeah.
Embiid is give me the ball and get out of my way.
So you saying there's no way those 3 guys can play together?
They couldn't coexist on the court at the same time. It wouldn't be a match.
I don't believe.
I'm not saying that they wouldn't be good. They're not good players.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying it wouldn't be a cohesive match.
See, here's the thing. To me, James Harden is doing what he did in Houston in maybe like a couple years ago, maybe like 3-4 years ago. He was like, "Hey, I'm gonna decline this money so you can put more into the team. And y'all need to show me that you guys are about winning." I think James Harden he's coming to the end of his career this year. He's really been working out a lot. I don't see him down doing the BS, kicking it with Lil Baby in them. He like, you know what? I'm focused. I need to show the world I can still do this at a high level.
They were at a concert together with Lil Baby, wasn't they?
Yeah, not too long ago. But my thing is, I think James Harden will even in Brooklyn though. James Harden was like, I know who the scorers are. I'm gonna get you the ball with KD.
Yeah.
So I think that can work.
So according to the rumor mill, Brooklyn will receive Tobias Harris, Tyrese Maxey, Matisse Thybulle. Go ahead, Keith.
What?
According to the rumors, Brooklyn would get Tobias Harris, Tyrese Maxey.
Please don't do it.
Matisse Thybulle. Go ahead, do it.
Please don't do it.
Do it. Do it.
You said Thybulle who?
And they would get a 2029 first round draft pick and draft pick swaps. And guess what the Sixers would get? Kevin Durant.
Yeah, what's your point?
That's a lot.
That's a championship.
Not enough to come back.
That's a championship.
Not
Is
enough.
it?
Because where's your role players coming in at?
Is
What
it?
do you mean when your role players come in at?
Because you just gave up your 4 best role players.
Who?
Tobias,
Tobias was starting.
Maxey.
Maxey was starting.
Yep.
I said role. Not all role players come off the bench, man.
That's true.
Chris Middleton's a role player. To Giannis.
I'm not finna.
Is he not?
I'm not finna go there.
Is he not a role player to Giannis?
He's part of the big three. You can't be part of the big three and be a role player.
Yeah, you can.
Lopez is a role player.
You can be part of the big three and be a role player.
So who's the role player in Golden State?
Klay Thompson?
I'm about to
Klay
stop-
Thompson's
I'm
not
about-
a role
I'm
player
about
to
stop
Steph
talk-
Curry?
I'm about to stop talking to you.
Klay Thompson's not a role player to Steph Curry?
No.
I know.
I'm gonna stop
You know he ain't gonna talk about nobody on his team like
exactly.
that. You know
But,
that's how you.
so
The Bucks.
I think
Yeah, I'm
I
just
think it
being
can work. I don't know.
facetious.
We'll see what happens.
I don't think it can work because I don't know that Embiid and KD can coexist long term.
I think they can. I think the problem will be James Harden. I think James Harden has learned in his time in Brooklyn. I'm not the dominant scorer that I used to be, but KD can get a bucket anytime he wants to.
KD is a bucket.
So that's why I think it can work.
So you think that's a guaranteed championship if he goes to 76ers?
Yes. It's
How can you guarantee that?
because I think that with good solid coaching, some good solid
Who's their
defense,
coach?
Doc Rivers.
Oh,
some
Glenn.
good solid defense, and then you have somebody who can score whenever they want to. And if he's not, let's say for argument's sake, one of them gets hurt. Let's say James Harden gets hurt.
Yep.
Then you got KD and Embiid. Let's say Embiid gets hurt. Then you got KD and James Harden. So it's
Which
going
you
to be a
already
problem.
had.
Yes, but they were a problem.
But my
They got
thing is-
eliminated quickly.
It wasn't James Harden.
James Harden played for Philly in the playoffs.
Yeah. How many games did I go to? And what was wrong with the Philadelphia
They still
76ers?
lost.
What was wrong with the Philadelphia
Don't matter,
76ers?
they lost.
Boy, it's so funny.
Did they lose?
When Golden State lose, Steph Curry was hurt. Steph Curry was hurt. Who do you expect? Steph Curry was hurt.
Chris Middleton was hurt.
Like I said before,
Chris Middleton plays. We win the championship.
Joel Embiid was
What's
hurt.
your point?
Joel Embiid was hurt.
What's your point?
My point is, if you don't have the best player on your team or he's hurt,
Oh, of course.
Okay,
Of
then. So
course.
if you add James Harden and KD, that's a dynamic duo to the point where you don't know if they because Brooklyn, before Kyrie was doing all the crazy stuff he was doing, they almost beat the Bucks.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where like James Harden and KD fully healthy, it's a dangerous combination.
Half a pinky toe.
But moving on, Draymond Green again says prime Carmelo Anthony is better than prime KD.
Man, we should have called this episode Isaiah's Zeke's tribute to Draymond Green.
This ain't no Zeke Draymond. What?
Zeke's tribute to Draymond. He's on here 4 times.
So what do you feel about prime Carmelo Anthony versus prime KD? Take your time. Think about it. I feel like
So you telling me who would I take? Is that what you asking?
who you fucking
Prime
with?
KD or
Or
Prime
Prime-
Melo? Why are you looking like that?
That's what
I'm
saying.
looking like that because I can't believe this. we're giving Draymond Green this type of attention.
Draymond Green has a podcast. He likes to talk. He likes to give hot takes. You know what that's like. Some are wrong, some are right.
Draymond says prime Carmelo. Well, I gotta go live for this one. I gotta go live to see what my people's think.
Casey gonna go live. What you think, 94 Feet Nation? We see some of y'all watching on the live. Type in the chat so we can read some of your comments.
We don't have what?
It's live.
That's not okay.
It's live on TDR.
Could you answer the question?
I'm not ready. I want to see what Kesey has to say first.
Okay, fine. While Kesey's setting up, I'll talk so we don't have dead air.
Well, fine. I'll go. I don't. Fine. Go, man. Put your Colorado Rockies on. Go.
Oh man!
Shout out to Jordan 1 mid-times.
Anyways.
Dude, I swear.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go or you want me to go?
Go ahead.
So I'm trying to remember KD young in his prime.
Oh, so he on a mission today, huh?
Who?
Mm-hmm.
You said it.
What do you mean? What'd I do?
Nothing, man.
I'm trying to remember KD in his prime. Carmelo was a bucket. He was a baller. Remind me, KD was drafted second, right? Right behind Greg Oden? Second?
Maybe.
Carmelo was what?
First.
Fourth. Carmelo was not first. LeBron was first.
Mm-hmm.
It was LeBron. It was Darko Milicic. It was Carmelo, I think. Then it was Wade. Right? It was not. No. Carmelo did not go first.
Anyway, the point of it, answer the question.
I'm trying to build my facts to answer the question, Master. So Carmelo Anthony was part of the greatest draft class of recent memory, according to many, right? The draft class of, was it 02, 03, whatever the case may be?
Third overall.
He was third. What I said that, right? After Darko Milicic, right?
Keep going.
All right. Okay. And then Dwayne Wade, right? I can continue to go. But
that wasn't it, but continue.
If I'm talking about a rookie year, if it comes down to it, I'm going to take Carmelo's rookie year over KD's. I am going to do that. Rookie year.
We said prime.
Oh, prime. I'm going to have to say no. I'm going to say no to that because KD was a baller. Listen, the KD slander really didn't start till he joined Golden State.
From you?
From anybody.
From you?
From anybody. KD was a baller. KD still is a baller. In the prime, I'm going to just keep it simple, man. I'm still taking KD over Melo. Melo was a bucket. He can shoot, but that's about it.
Easy.
All right.
Yeah, all right. You set up live.
I am going.
Took you long enough.
Told you.
He really on today. I'm going with, if you ask me, I'm going with prime Melo.
Okay.
Melo, KD is a bucket, but Melo has been a bucket from the day he stepped on the court, the NBA court.
Ooh.
And people don't remember how Melo came in the league, a bucket. Like, he had turnarounds, he had pump fakes, he had the repertoire of an NBA player coming in. So it was just him perfecting his craft as he came in the league, like getting it where it was fine-tuned. But Melo had the game to be an NBA player coming in, just like KD. But I think Melo had a toughness to him than KD had that I don't think KD got in him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
KD is good, but I don't think he has a mental toughness in him like a Melo had. Melo felt like you can't guard me, and you couldn't.
What?
Like, literally, like, he'd tell you can't guard me. Because I was listening to some of the Iman Shumpert podcast things that he was on. He was talking about Melo was telling some of the rookies, like, I'm going to shoot 75% of the shots. Shump going to shoot probably 10. JR going to shoot the other 15. Don't shoot the ball without my permission, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And if you shoot it, you better damn well make it, he said.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Melo will tell them.
Because
if you don't, I'm going to be on your ass. That's exactly how he was talking to them.
Mm-hmm. What's your point?
Do you see KD telling people that?
He a beta. You know what? Forget it. He a beta nigga.
That's that alpha, like you said. in Melo that KD doesn't have. That's why I would take prime Melo over prime KD.
LeBron owned them both.
And don't forget.
What? LeBron owned Melo in his prime.
We're just talking about two people. We're talking about two people.
And just think about this. People. If it wasn't for
Steph Curry.
If it wasn't for them Detroit not drafting Melo, he probably would have been with LeBron and them. But that draft where he didn't get drafted by Detroit and he ended up getting drafted by Denver.
Yep.
Denver wouldn't trade him to who he wanted to really go to be with them.
Who did he want to go to?
He wanted to be with LeBron and them.
Oh, Cleveland?
It was supposed to have been him and LeBron and Wade. It wasn't supposed to have been Chris Bosh.
Oh.
But Denver was the one who didn't want to trade him at that time.
Yeah, he bullied his way out.
But he found a way to get out of there, but they wasn't trading him to Miami.
Okay.
If he was in Detroit, he probably would have ended up in Miami. He probably have a ring right now.
Probably would.
He just so happened to go to New York with
which was his choice.
With Amari Stoudemire, who was on his way out the league.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
GM and Phil Jackson.
And oh my God, that's when they had the worst GM in history.
Yep.
Of New York.
Yep.
The
worst GM who happened to be the best coach.
How you the best coach and the worst GM?
Just like you the best, you could be the best player and be the worst coach.
Or owner.
My thing is, I had to think about this actually because prime Carmelo, I was a little young for, but I still knew who he was. But all the attention was on LeBron James so much. LaMelo would get like the back end of the highlights because LeBron James dominated the airwaves so tough.
He sure did.
So to be honest with you though, I always fare KD over LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony. I think KD being 6'8" with a 7'3" wingspan, it can just shoot over anybody and everybody. And I think that the season he got played out of the MVP, to me, he probably will trump any season that Carmelo Anthony ever had.
Mm-hmm.
So when you talk about prime, I think Carmelo Anthony, when he first came into the league, he was dominant. He was very dominant. He was the best thing besides LeBron. But I think that KD, when he came into the league, you couldn't do anything with him. And I think what's his name? The late Kobe Bryant, he said that too. Like when KD came into the league, I didn't really know what to do with him until I found out he could shoot. He couldn't go left.
Right.
But once he discovered that, once he learned how to go left, he was the hardest person I ever had to guard.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I think that alone would put for me KD over Carmelo. And I think if I guess it just depends on what kind of fans you are. But for me, a guy who's 6'8", probably should be like 6'10", 6'11". It's like if Giannis had a jump shot,
right?
It would be like he would be probably the most dangerous guy in ever.
Plus, KD.
So
go ahead.
I would just say for me, it's KD.
Yeah. Plus KD also, man. You gotta remember KD. His team. They had a better team than Denver ever did. If you take the prime OKC Thunder up against the prime Denver, who wasn't in Denver? It was Melo. It was not Eric Snow. It was Andre Iguodala. It was, who else did Denver have on their roster? Remember?
Billups.
Chauncey
Billups.
Allen Iverson.
Yeah, but that was later in his career.
They had all of those players when they were on their way out the league.
Not Iggy, because Iggy left Denver to go to Golden State. So,
but Iggy was really on his way out. If he hadn't went to Golden State, he was on his way to being one of them players out of the league. Golden State rejuvenated his career because he had just left Philly off of
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And so when you look at OKC, who built that team through the draft, they had KD, they had Russie, they had Ibaka, they had Perk, they had Harden. KD had a nice team that he was running and was still the man. Russie wouldn't let him be, but he was still the man. I think KD's prime years, if you look back and you maybe put the stats up against each other, obviously it was two very different leagues, but I'm going to give KD the slight edge, man. Because offensively, he's just a better shooter too. He's a better player offensively. Carmelo had a lot of streaky prime years, right?
I don't think so.
I'm not saying streaky like it's bad, but Melo could score buckets, but KD could score more buckets, if that makes sense. KD's ball is going to go in probably greater than Melo's.
I mean, I think.
Are you serious? Not Prime Melo.
I don't know, bro.
Prime Melo was a walking 30-piece.
Yeah,
he was a walking 30. And you got to remember, Melo came in the league where it was some different type of players from when KD came in.
I actually think KD's players. I can't. Never mind. Okay, I'll give you that. Let me see. LeBron, Wade, Bosh. It's okay.
And what?
No, I'm just thinking about the different draft classes, like KD's draft class. Because again, he came in with Greg Oden and was the number 2 pick, and Greg is nowhere to be found. Unfortunately, I mean, I'm not making light of that, but I just think KD, man. I hate that KD ever went to Golden State because he would be getting so much praise from so many people right now.
My thing is though, without Golden State, he don't have a ring.
I know.
If that was Carmelo, do you think? Hold on, let me ask you a question. If Prime Melo was on that Golden State team, do they still win a championship?
I think they. I won't even go there because I don't want to start a debate. Because I told you they could win it without KD. So yes, they win a championship with Carmelo.
They win a championship with Carmelo. Either one of them, they win a championship. Either way it go.
Yes.
KD just so happened to get in the right situation. Otherwise, he'd be looking like Melo looking right now with no rings.
Don't act like Melo couldn't change his projection. He made bad decisions.
Melo went after the money. He went after
and
the
that's
money.
what we said, though. He went after the money in New York.
But we talking like one-on-one here, though. Like we talking like 2 guys. Like Carmelo Anthony is probably one of the best one-on-one players we've seen in a very long time.
Carmelo
Anthony.
Oh yeah,
but like KD, like I said before, like KD is a 50-40-90 guy. He's a 50-40-90 guy, and those don't come around very often. And that was the edge for me.
Was who?
50-40-90. Shoot 50% from the field, 40% from 3-point range, and 90% from free throw range.
But Melo was never like a really big time 3-point shooter, though.
He was a nice little mid-range.
I don't remind me of like the big dog. Like his mid-range shot was really clutch.
It was a bucket if you didn't foul him.
Yeah. And
KD doesn't really have like a mid-range like that until later on in his career.
No, he always had a mid-range like that.
No, KD always had that driving ability, and then he picked up the mid-range, and then he became a 3-point shooter.
That's
strange but true facts. Carmelo Anthony is the 8th highest paid player in NBA history ever, making $238 million to never win a championship.
That was his problem. That was his only problem. Melo couldn't get that juju off his back to go suck it up.
Where does Melo end up this year? Does he re-sign with the Lakers and get another run?
9 times out of 10, he probably ends up in LA.
Okay, I heard he was linked to Golden State.
I heard he was linked to Denver. Everybody ain't linked to Golden State.
He was. You better check all your sources back.
He ain't linked to no Golden State.
Y'all can have prime KD, but I come from a generation where I'm taking prime Melo.
That's cool.
That's what I feel. I'm taking prime Melo.
Okay, I get it.
Good people, what do y'all think out there? Who y'all taking? Prime Melo or prime KD?
All right. So moving on, another Draymond Green hot take. He tweeted, "I can't help but notice our 2017 Golden State Warriors team would have beat the Chicago Bulls, 98 Chicago Bulls by a dub, and the Utah Jazz by 40. What do we think about this?"
Maybe Utah.
You said who?
The 2017 Golden State Warriors.
2017 Golden State Warriors.
That's KD
versus the Chicago Bulls of 1998.
Here, listen.
Was that the one where they had?
That was the 72-10 Bulls.
Was that Brian? Did they have Brian?
Say the year again.
Was that Scott Williams that year?
That's 72-10.
You sure?
72-10.
That was his last year.
Who?
Jordan. That was the last dance.
96, 37, 97, 98, 98, 99. They still won like 67 games. So
but it wasn't 72.
I think it was 98, 72, or was 97?
62 and 20.
Okay, 62 and 20. So here's the thing.
Here we go. You sure? Because Steph, your boy.
Steph does not get top billing over MJ, so you can stop that, okay? You can freeze that, okay? And if you told me to throw one in the lake and save one, I'm saving Mike. So, but the objective basketball opinion of me would agree with that.
I'm going to disagree.
Hold up, let me give you why I would agree with that. Because Jordan can't hold everybody on that team. He gonna be too tired.
All you gotta do is hold one person.
Yeah. Jordan was a lockdown defender. Scotty was, you know what? Let me take it back because no one will go and say play defense but Draymond. And Rodman would have owned him. I'm going back with my boys.
Okay.
I'm going back with my boys.
Thank you.
Rodman would have owned Draymond. Jordan's a lockdown defender. Pippen's a lockdown defender. You put Pippen on what? Jordan on Steph.
What do you say?
He's done.
What you think?
What you think?
Of course, I'm going Chicago. You crazy?
I said I'm.
So you think Draymond is smoking?
Huh?
They smoke
Of course he
together.
is.
Draymond, yeah, bro.
I agree. Draymond is smoking some good dope.
He is.
I mean,
If you think, because I'm gonna just say this: Rodman, Pippen,
would have destroyed Draymond.
and Jordan is a top three.
Is it?
Golden State top three is who? KD, Steph,
And Clay.
right?
Yep.
You telling me you taking KD over Jordan?
Never.
No. You taking Steph over Pippen?
No.
Or let's say you taking Clay over Pippen?
We'll do. We can do it like this. The matchup is this.
Because I know Pippen can guard all three of them.
Jordan, actually, Pippen would, in my eyes, if the two played,
I'm just saying going for best.
I think Pippen would guard Steph.
I think Pippen would.
No, they would put Pippen on
Clay.
KD.
Clay. Oh,
Ooh,
KD.
Pippen
that's
on
a good
KD.
one. That's a good one. So,
No,
Pippen,
you know what?
Matter of fact, you know
What
what?
about
You know
that?
what they would do? I'll tell you exactly what they'll do.
coach, go ahead and coach.
Rodman, go frustrate him.
I can see
Get
that.
in his ear, lick his ear a couple times,
I
grab his booty a couple times.
can see that. Jordan on Steph.
Pip, you got Steph. Jordan, you got Clay.
Either way, they're lockdown defenders.
And they can switch all three ways.
And don't forget, you got Kerr coming off the bench. This
And
is
don't forget,
sharpshooter.
they got. Even though Ron Harper was older,
That's true.
Ron Harper was that business too.
He was a lockdown defender as well. So I mean, I
And
think
Tony Kukoc was on that team.
Tony Kukoc can score off the bench. So Draymond, we get it. Golden State super team. You can't beat them. Join them team was good, but you wouldn't have beat the Jordan Bulls.
Never.
No.
Draymond is smoking good dope. He think that team would have beat the Bulls.
No, not at all.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to double check here.
Good dope.
And then we got the 2012 Olympic team versus the Dream Team.
2000 and what team?
2012 Olympic team. That's the one with a
LeBron,
young LeBron,
Kobe,
a Carmelo, Kobe,
D-Wade,
D-Wade, Chris Bosh, Chris Paul.
the whole 2003 draft class, or 2002 draft class, rather. So, again, the 92 Dream Team were players.
So the 92 Dream Team versus the 2012
Olympic team.
Olympic team.
Anything with Jordan on it gets my vote. So,
I don't know, man.
well, I do.
I don't know.
I do.
Because my only thing is, you got the Mamba
I just want to
and
What?
and Bron
Mm-hmm.
You got Jordan.
and KD.
You got Pippen. You got Magic. You got Bird. Okay, so what?
These aren't
You got Clyde Drexler.
these
No.
guys aren't in their prime.
92, yes, they were.
Oh, they weren't.
Magic played the Bulls in 91 in the finals.
Magic and Bird was on their way out the door.
But Magic was still in the finals in 91.
What's your point? Who did he
Good
lose
people.
to?
Who y'all taking? 92 Bulls? 92 Olympic team or the 2012 Olympic team?
I don't know, man. That's
Why these new guys want to go up against the old guys so bad? Like, come on, man. Come on, Jordan.
That's what the commentators want to hear. The
Yeah.
commentators always do that. So who you taking?
I'm taking 92.
You taking the 92 Olympic
Any
Dream team?
team with Jordan on it, I'm going with them, except the Wizards, some years we don't talk about.
But I'm just saying that 2012 team was stacked.
They were.
It's definitely stacked. Now, here's the thing about them being stacked. They did lose some games.
They did. And the Dream Team
Went undefeated
destroyed teams by
50.
a lot.
Yeah.
by 50.
And actually,
But that was before international players started actually playing.
So,
Possibly. That was the excuse that was going around.
So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, at the end of the day, the NBA, not the NBA, but
bro, you had Pat Ewing,
Carl
Malone, David Robinson. Nah.
Yeah, I'm going with that 92.
You had John Stockton. You had Charles Barkley. You had Chris Mullin, who was a sharpshooter. Nah, a 92, man.
I mean, you can say the same thing. This is this is from 2012. LeBron James. This is LeBron James in his prime.
Yep.
This is Carmelo Anthony that you just picked in his prime. You got Chris Paul. You got Kobe Bryant.
You think? 10 years ago, 2012. Yeah, I guess
you got KD. You got Kevin Love before he went to Cleveland.
Yeah.
When he was 20 and 15.
Yeah.
You got Russell Westbrook.
You got the Philly Iggy.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been a good matchup.
And you got the rookie Anthony Davis that wasn't hurt.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm still going with 92.
And you got Tyson Chandler.
Tyson
Chandler was defensive player of the year that year.
He was okay. He was okay.
So what you still going 92?
I'm going 92.
What you going?
Jordan on the team, you win.
I'm going 92, man.
I'm going 92.
I too am going 92. I just want to see what y'all was gonna say.
Never bet against Mike, except those Wizard years.
I might be apple fool, banana fool, but I ain't no plum fool.
Well, this has been another episode of 94 Feet Podcast. I'd like to thank my brothers Dre.
Good episode, people. Hope everybody's having a good summer out there.
And I also like to thank my brother Kesey for coming through.
Good people. Thank you again.
Shout out to all the kids going back to school tomorrow. Make it a great semester.
I don't care about that.
What? So, make it a great semester. Our brother's a teacher, man. Be respectful.
Real quick. Tone. You knew I was going to go there. Did you not? Prime KD, Prime Carmelo Anthony. Who you got?
First of all, fuck Melo.
I forgot. You know, he mad at Melo for when he came to New York.
So anytime anybody is against him, I'm for them by default.
I forgot he mad at him when he came.
Forget Carmelo with the words of the EP.
Right.
Up. What up?
What'd you say, Fresh?
All right. That man is a walking butt.
Well, I'm glad I'm not out here by myself in this one.
Okay.
Smoke KD boots.
All right. Okay.
92 Dream Team or 2012 Dream Redeem Team? 92?
Right.
What you got, EP?
You want to say it? Go ahead.
You don't even got to think about it.
92.
Say.
92 Dream Team clean sweep.
Clean sweep all day.
But like I said before, it's been one. You can always catch us on all streaming platforms. You can catch us also on all social media platforms except for TikTok because we're adults. And you might agree with us. Probably not. 94 feet. Peace.
Peace, y'all.
Peace. Good people.